Hi there, my maker friends. In this video, I'm going to show you how to bind off of both sides in one row. This technique is handy to avoid uneven heights when shaping parts such as armholes. I want to note that I did not come up with this technique and learned it from another video from So Woolly. You can find the original video linked below. For this tutorial, I want to bind off 5 stitches on both ends. So we're going to do a regular bind off on this right side of this row, starting with here. So I'm going to knit the first 2 stitches. So 1 and 2, and carry over the first stitch. So that's one bind off. I'm going to knit the next stitch, carry over the previous stitch, and we've bounded off 2. Keep on going. That's 3. That's 4. And here's the last one. So that's 5. And this is how it should look like. So this side is bounded off, and now we're going to work on binding off this other side. So I'm going to keep on knitting until I reach 6 stitches left on this needle. So that's 5 plus 1. Okay, so here we are with 6 stitches left on this needle, and now we're going to prepare to bind off the 5 last stitches of this row. In order to work these last stitches, we need to make a big loop just like this, and the yarn coming out of the working stitch, I'm going to just call this yarn A, or strand A maybe, from this point onwards, and this kind of horizontal part is going to be strand B. Okay, so I'm going to pick up my needles and I'm going to knit this first stitch using strand A. So grab my strand A and I knit this stitch just like this. And remember to keep it a little loose. Place it back there so I don't get confused. And we're going to go into the next stitch. I'm going to take strand B and wrap it over the back needle, and again knit this with strand A. So that's what it looks like. Knit it with strand A, passing over B. Just like that. So we're going to repeat this until the end. Okay, so knit the next stitch using strand A. Okay, and then the next stitch is going to just lie strand B over our back needle and knit it with strand A, passing over that B strand. Okay, we're going to do it one more time for the last 2. So a normal knit with strand A, and then for this last stitch we're going to pass over our strand B, or lie it right there, knit with A, pass over B, and there you go. This is what it should look like. Okay, so this is how the back looks. I've turned it over and this is how it looks, and we still have this large loop right there, but don't worry, once we start tugging on this yarn piece right here, that loop just closes. So closing that loop, and there you go. Now it's time to bind off these last 5 stitches. So I'm going to bind off purlwise, and it is a little trickier because these stitches are a bit looser. So I'm going to just transfer 2 stitches over and then carry over the first stitch. So that's 1 bind off and 2, see what I mean? It's a little trickier. 3, 4, and the last one right here, 5. And this is how it looks like. So our yarn is already set up and ready for us to work these remaining stitches in this row. So I'm gonna just do that right now. And this is how the row looks like. Since we did not actually work any stitches and just bound off the stitches on the end, you can see that the stitches bound off on both ends were done on the same row. So I'm going to turn it around and you can see that they were bound off on that previous row, just like that. I hope you found this video helpful and hope you have a beautiful day. Happy knitting!